Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Thursday, February 24th, 2016. Phil here in the Lynn-Life, and the aspect of Jack's soul that we call Walks with Lions is in the Jamie body mind. Other teammates are in other dimensions, most of us in the subatomic, and most of us in the physical. Again, here there's a feeling of this is way too much, this is not a workable plan, it's not as clear what level of presence this feeling is coming from, as it is obvious that the feeling is present.
That's true.
As always, our foundational intention is to do what is ours to do right now in all dimensions to manifest the divine plan, since that's what our soul plans contract for us to do. We have made a sacred vow to Spirit that we're going to manifest the divine plan no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do. And we intend to continue toward that goal. With that, the formally videoed portions of today's efforts begin. What I'm being shown looks like the view inside of something like the Starship Enterprise. And we seem to be kind of like blips on their screen. Whoever these eyes are, they see us. That's us. Those lights are us.
I see that.
And these people seem very disengaged and
uninterested.
I don't like these people.
I don't like them. They feel fat and flabby.
They're not people of integrity or people that we want to be dealing with.
That's true.
We go past these people.
Higher.
What do I know? I know that this last couple of days we have again been having a lot of problems with other presences who are not active members of the Search for Truth team, using the Search for Truth facilities to send messages to each other. It's kind of like if there was only one clear channel into a place of extreme horror where aid workers are working, and presences are stealing that one clear channel so that the aid workers can't talk to each other in their efforts to evacuate people under duress.
That's true.
And that's what's going on. And whoever has been sending these messages, they're racking up so much bad karma. You're racking up so much bad karma. You aren't going to appreciate the results of these actions.
The law of cause and effect is real. It's real. Everything we do and don't do comes back to us.
They're not arguing that. They know the law of cause and effect is real. They don't believe that it applies in this situation. They're not arguing the law of cause and effect. They're arguing applicability. The law of cause and effect applies to everything. It's all source. There's nothing on any dimension that is not source. There's nothing that is outside the scope of the law of cause and effect.
That's true.
It applies to everything and everyone. Everything is sentient, and therefore everything actually is everyone. And the law of cause and effect applies to everything. And what do I know? We've seen this even in our own community. It might have been yesterday when Black Wolf was saying something about how you kids keep going on when the adults are getting drunk and having affairs. And he seemed to be referring to me, Phil, and also to the aspect of Jack who was here at the time.
That's true.
And again, everybody, even in our own community, seems to be treating soul presences as more valuable, or somehow the laws apply to soul presences more than they apply to the physical host presences.
That's true.
And that just doesn't make any sense. And this view from the Starship Enterprise, quote unquote, might be a reference to that, how the presences who we're being shown as if they're in the Starship Enterprise,
yes.
They're not literally in anything like that.
No.
that they might be soul presences, and they look down at the life forms on the planet, and they're viewing them as really not all that important, lesser presences.
That's definitely how they feel.
Yes. And is it physical dimension that they're objecting to? Is it subatomic levels that they're objecting to? I don't know. But
I don't know.
Whatever their objection is, it actually is irrelevant and untrue, because the laws of spirit apply to all dimensions.
That's true.
What do I know? I know that we've been working with how damaging enabling is, how
That's
enabling
true.
hurts everybody involved. It hurts the enabler. It hurts the enablee.
That's true.
No one is helped by enabling. And how almost all presences seem to be afraid that no one will love them.
That's true.
And so they end up enabling people who they care about deeply. And Black Wolf yesterday was talking about his dear friend Pan, who seems to now be on the other side of the awakening. As he was before, he had been sent forward to the other side of the awakening, first on Asha's grace.
That's true.
And he got there and found that he felt really badly and wished he had done more.
That's
because
true.
there was no wildness in the new beginning. Nobody cared about the wildness the way Pan did. And so there wasn't wildness in the new beginning. And he came back to do more. He came back across the line of the awakening to do more. And he had so many excuses stashed here, there, and everywhere. And his combination of excuse warehouses and the misdirection that was coming into him from presences that didn't have anyone's best interests at heart except for their own.
That's true.
Did him in. And he seems to be once more on the other side of the awakening. And so to us who are here, it feels as though he's dead in a way that can't be undone. He isn't in this time zone, and he's on the other side of the barrier that we are attempting to open.
That's true.
So we'll see Pan again when we get this done.
That's true.
And maybe not before. That's just the way it is. And it's often how humanoids here on planet Earth think about their loved ones when their loved ones have died, when the physical forms have given up the ghost. And humanoids often feel that their loved ones are gone in a way that can't be overcome, which is actually crazy, and it shows that they're not even trying at all.
That's true.
They're just pretty much lazy whiners. Because
Oh,
just
that's
with
true.
a little bit of effort, you can reach through that veil. It takes almost nothing to reach through that veil.
That's true.
Usually what happens is the veil is pierced, the person who was a loved one and has passed over is saying things that are extremely inconvenient. The person who's still in a body doesn't want to hear that. They
That's
just
true.
slam the door in their loved one's face
That's
and
true.
say, no.
You're dead. I can't hear that person. They're
Right.
gone.
They're gone. They're dead.
When they're just saying things that you really need to hear.
Right. And it's often their own dear mother or their own dear
Right.
father who's saying, here's what you need to do. And they
You
say,
can do better than that.
right, you can
Come
do
on.
better. You have
Yeah.
much better than that
Yeah.
inside of you. And they say, oh, well, I can't hear. There's no afterlife.
They're dead.
They're dead. Oh, oh, oh.
That's true.
And then they pretend to love those people who have moved over. And
Right.
that's not love. That's something else.
That's true.
And so our dear friend Pan has moved on to that which will be the new beginning, probably through grace. But the point is that Black Wolf has been noticing how much he enabled Pan, and he's just really regretting that and feeling that maybe, just maybe, if he had not been such an enabler that things might have turned out differently for Pan here.
That's true.
And so Black Wolf, to correct that error and intend to not make it again, and everywhere you look there are people you are enabling right now, like you're enabling pretty much everybody in the pillar who's breaking the search for truth rules. And so far it just seems to be really whoever's here who's actually kicking the people out. Well, and Pict is pretty good at it, and others are pretty good at it from time to time.
That's true.
But we all are supposed to be upholding a zero tolerance policy for breaking the rules. No breaking the rules. The rules apply to all of us all the time and every moment.
That's true.
And you see rules getting broken all the time, and you turn a blind eye to them, and that's enabling. And so saying that you wish you hadn't done that while continuing to do it isn't really very compelling.
That's true.
Not my will, just divine will. Not my will, just divine will. And Black Wolf, yesterday you were talking about how poorly it reflected on Asha for her to basically abandon ship when Ra is laid up and can't be here to carry the banner for integrity and truth. He can't. And it's time for the rest of us to rally.
That's true.
And you were talking about how reprehensible it was that Asha was doing exactly the opposite of rallying.
Right.
And it sure looks like that's what you're considering doing right now yourself. You seem to think that I should enable you, but why would I do that? There isn't anything I can do that would hurt you more deeply.
That's true.
Why would I enable you? That doesn't even make any sense. It hurts everybody. It would hurt you, it would hurt the effort, it hurts everyone. I'm not going to enable you. You can pull an Asha, pull a Betty Jean. That means being a coward and running away.
That's true.
I never thought of you as a cowardly person.
No, I really don't
maybe
think
I
of
had
you
that
as a
wrong.
cowardly person.
Maybe I had that wrong.
Would be.
Because now is the time for all good Search for Truth team members to come to the aid of the Search for Truth community.
That's true.
Our leader is not able to lead us. What are the rest of us going to do? This is our reveal. This is our show and tell time. What are we made of?
I want to run screens.
Let's screen.
Something. Maybe for intent to...
It's not about intent.
That's right.
It's show and tell time. What have you done? What have you actually done?
That's
How
true.
about all those who have actually upgraded the standards of integrity wherever they are since the last refresh?
That's good.
Nobody's ever neutral. They've either
That's true.
upgraded the standards of integrity or they've drained the standards of integrity.
That's
one or
true.
the other. And so for all those who have not actually upgraded the standards of integrity, all those who have drained the standards of integrity, used them, ridden on them, to the base of Thing 31. Thing 31 is a child living in a situation of active abuse, just like Thing 30 was, and just like Thing 32 will be, and
That's
Thing
true.
33, and so on and so on. There are billions upon billions of helpless children living in situations that are actively abusive. Sometimes we forget that in our selfishness.
That's true.
And right now I'm calling for the right replacement from inside the Search for Truth community to step into the leadership role in Sea Level Zone. Having the backup plan makes us feel better, and maybe it's time to engage the backup plan. Has Black Wolf actually helped upgrade the standards of integrity, or has he just been talking about it? Because it's been 2 days we've been having this conversation.
That's true.
And Sea Level Zone doesn't
look better.
No,
it looks the same.
It looks the same, just treading water. That's not upgrading the standards of integrity. We
That's
keep
true.
saying the same thing. We keep having the same conversations, repetitive, basic conversations. That's not leadership, Black Wolf. That's something else. And I'm not going to pretend it is leadership. It isn't. I'm getting strong pressure in the top of my head in an area about as big as 2 quarters, maybe.
I have pressure there too.
It's something from above. We're just
That's
going
true.
to live stream even higher up, just higher up, past whatever the source of that is. It's one of those Star Trek-y people.
That's true.
Or maybe all of them all together. They don't like this. We don't really care. The law of cause and effect is real. We aren't going to stop saying the truth just
That's
because
true.
it's inconvenient to you or to anyone else.
That's true.
What's true is still true.
What's true is still true.
The law of cause and effect is real. And it applies to everyone
That's it.
and everything.
And everything. That's it. When we say the law of cause and effect is real, they say, oh, yes, yes, we know that.
And it applies to everyone and everything.